akoma kuole, yeke akoma kuole. Yeke akoma kuole, yeke akoma kuole. Yeke akoma kuole, yeke akoma kuole.
Akoma kuole, enge, Wenda kuwaza mandrama Motendra Atizaku Manyo Woko woko yako kuole, oh woko yako makuole. Yeah, yako makuole, oh woko yako makuole. Yeke yako makuole, oh yeke yako makuole, oh. Yeke yako makuole, oh yeke yako makuole, oh. Yeke yako makuole, oh yeke yako makuole, oh.
Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to News Talk with yours truly, Chris Anu, and as usual, coming to you from the great state of Texas, Houston, Texas, precisely. Thank you for tuning in. It's been a while that I was here, and of course, for tangible reasons. But I'd like to welcome all of you who are tuning in from ground zero, from where we call the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, of course, from all of you in the diaspora, everywhere in the diaspora, in the USA, the European Union, the Far and the Near East, South and North America. You are all welcome to News Talk with Chris Anu. Thank you for tuning in. Tonight, I come to you with a very exciting presentation, which I believe is going to be very, very educative and also informative. We're going to be talking about the abduction and detention in La République du Cameroon for 4 months now of a U.S. citizen Augustine Foka-Adjua. I will also be updating you on a few things on ground zero, where we call Ambazonia. So please stay tuned and do me the favor, hit your share button. You hit your share button and know that I will be back with very, very exciting information. And of course, with my special guest who has some first-hand information about these comrades. And of course, I will open the phone lines and take your phone calls before the end of the show. Please stay put, do not touch your remote. I will be right back.
Thrive America, the flagship model, offers personalized coaching and assistance to newly arrived individuals into the country through a concierge service and one-stop resource on your phone. The app supports essential areas of integration, such as job search strategies, benefits applications, financial literacy, credit repair, legal guidance, and more. The platform aims to become the go-to resource as you navigate the complexities of settling into a new country. Thrive America, the flagship model, offers personalized coaching and assistance to newly arrived individuals into the country through a concierge service and one-stop resource on your phone. The app supports essential areas of integration, such as job search strategies, benefits applications, financial literacy, credit repair, legal guidance, and more. The platform aims to become the go-to resource as you navigate the complexities of settling into a new country. Thrive America, the flagship model, offers personalized coaching and assistance to newly arrived individuals into the country through
A land built towards greatness, now shattered like an egg. This is the Chronicles. In the Genesis, January 1st, 1960, Angola got its freedom. On 11th of February 1961, Cameroon and Angola became brothers in a referendum. Like Le Coupe and Maningo Batu exist in confederation, 63 years later, the blood of the innocent shed to pay the price of our forefathers' mistakes, the price of their choices. Was it the we or yes? First, they said it was Boko Haram from the north. From being the jihad of Usman Dan Fodio, nowhere is safe. Saturday, 9th September 2017. Teachers, lawyers, they said, I recall leaving school for home that day, naively so jovial, because we thought it was a strike to strive for our future strides, a fight to fight for our future fights. But then, the first blood spilled on a land our forefathers bore with their blood for liberation, in shadows of history's cruel reign. When the missionaries came to Africa, they had the Bible and we had the land. They said, let us pray. We closed our eyes open. We had the Bible and they had the land. We bear the weight of mental chains. Colonial masters physically gone but mentally present. Our voices echo songs of freedom. Generation bound by unseen bars, struggling to break free from scars. They suppressed our cultural richness and traditions, buried the turmoil in our brains and called it independence. Just a flag independence indeed.
Can imprison my body, we not go fit to capture my soul. Golowara tele mbale, we not go fit to kill my soul.
But from the depths of resilient flames, our spirit ignites. That which refuses to tame, the Bernard von Lund generation. Descendants of a great Mia Shaw, Africa's intellectual and Prince of Peace. From Cameroon in the heart of Africa. A man who believed in unity before diversity. A people politically divided but economically and developmentally united. Decolonized and washed off Eurocentrism. I am no crusader for the things English. I do not worship English. I worship Lamso. For that is my identity. Just as the foot beat their blades and hit the drums to the rhythms of my ancestors within my soul, rethinking the African philosophy of education. If the first language of a child from birth is their mother tongue, education will greatly ameliorate, in the words of Ngugi wa Thiong'o. This is the move of Professor Bernard Okika von Lund, also known as the genuine intellectuals, not the Lion King's dream, but the Martin Luther King's dream. Africa, rise, retelling your own stories in resilience and resistance. Africans reclaim what was once theirs and even more. Why fight against each other? Why take the life of a brother, sister, mother, or child? The war would end. The leaders will shake hands. But the old woman will keep waiting for her brave son. The young girl will keep waiting for her beloved husband. That boy would endlessly wait for his mother. Those children will wait for their heroic father. I do not know who sold our homeland, but I saw who paid the price.
Ladies and gentlemen, once more, thank you for staying put. Again, today promises to be very, very exciting. Go ahead, continue to hit the share button. I can see that the numbers are actually jumping between Facebook and YouTube. We have over 1,300 watching at the moment. That is incredible. Thank you. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let me take you to the stories of the night. I'd like you to listen to this. Listen to this.
To announce a new country in Africa called the Southern Cameroon Ambazonian. Their independence has been approved, and we all are very excited. It's came to pass. I will be having a meeting with their leaders in the town hall in the days ahead to see the way forward. Dear all, I want to take out this time to announce a new country in Africa called the Southern Cameroon Ambazonian. Their independence has been approved, and we all are very excited. It's came to pass. I will be having a meeting with their leaders in the town hall in the days ahead to see the way forward. Dear all, I want to take out this time to announce a new country in Africa called the Southern.
All right. The reason I bring you this footage here is to let each and every one of you out there to know that that video is not for real, it's not real Donald Trump. That is an AI-generated voice. AI-generated voice. That is not Donald Trump making that statement. That is AI-generated. Again, I have received lots and lots of inquiries as to whether this is actually Donald Trump saying so. But I just wish to let all of you know that is not Donald Trump. This is an AI-generated video of Donald Trump. So please, let's lay the rumors and the allegations and the fake news and the lies. Let's lay it to rest. Let's lay it to rest. Again, that is not Donald Trump there. Now I will quickly take a minute out and get to talk to my guest who is having some issues here. So please do not touch your remote. Stay put, and I will be right back in less than I believe a minute.
Julia Joe, my Mila Guajo, even Nathan Joko. They were giving call. They were giving call. They were giving call. Oh, they were giving call. 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 They was my woman. Go on, if you go, man.
Bora Joe. Never guess the name.
Sing a make you live some sepuo. Sing a bojonjo sepuo. Sing a bring the best of me sepuo. Sing a run a bring sepuo. Sing a make you live some sepuo. Sing a bojonjo sepuo. Sing a bring the best of me sepuo. Sing a run a when the best of sepuo. Oh, ne wa kimi ko. Newa kimeko, newa kimeko, oh, newa kimeko. Matimako matoma kami, newa kimeko. Oh, fatoma matoma kami, newa kimeko. Oh, sugar matoma kami, newa kimeko. Oh, rabana matoma kami, newa kimeko.
Madam Pampsa Sagana. Never net on Woko.
Abana matoma kami.
Sasa kufili bashu taka ajo men petit
Johnson weo Johnson weo Johnson weo matlaro ne kode Johnson weo Johnson weo Johnson weo Johnson weo matlaro ne kode Johnson matlaro ne kode Johnson weo ne kode Johnson weo matlaro ne kode Johnson weo Johnson weo alukasi zaratinsa nema mami atinsa.
Unfortunately, we're having some difficulties with my guest for tonight. I hope we will be able to get him to reconnect. But in the meantime, I will take you to my main subject for the night, the incarceration and abandonment of Augustine Ajua. Augustine Ajua in the detention in La République du Cameroon. The face that you find on your screen next to mine, of course, is that of Augustine Ajua. Augustine Ajua, as you can find there. And so I will take you to the monologue. Let me hope that by the time I am done with my monologue, the comrade who has detailed information about the incarceration of Augustine would have been able to rejoin the broadcast. His presence is very important because he actually spoke with him. But in the meantime, if ever there was a case that reveals the shocking moral bankruptcy and the appalling complacency of the United States Embassy in La République du Cameroon, Yaoundé, it is the case of Augustine Foka, whose face you find there. What happened to this U.S. citizen should outrage not only every Cameroonian, Ambazonian, but every single American who still believes that the stars and stripes mean protection at home or abroad. Late in 2024, Augustine, a Washington, D.C. resident, traveled to Cameroon for a brief vacation. He entered the country without an incident. But what followed is a horror story that belongs in the darkest chapters of modern diplomacy. On the eve of his scheduled return to the United States, security officers of the Cameroonian regime stormed his hotel room at Hotel du Rai in Bonaberi, Douala. Without a warrant, without explanation, without mercy, he was handcuffed like a criminal, whisked away to the Douala airport under the cover of the night, and subjected to a grueling interrogation. Then nothing. He vanished. From that moment, the silence from Cameroonian authorities was deafening. But far worse and infinitely more disgraceful was the silence and inaction from the American embassy in Yaoundé. For months, 4 excruciating months, his family knocked on the doors of that embassy. They made calls, sent messages, and begged for answers. What did they get? Excuses, lies. We don't know where he is, the family was told by the embassy. But how does a man disappear in a country where the U.S. has one of its largest embassies in sub-Saharan Africa? The answer is simple. When those tasked with protecting Americans choose not to. That's as simple as that. Let's be clear. The embassy didn't fail to locate Augustine Najwa. It refused to. It chose to rely solely on what Cameroonian officials told them, as though the same regime notorious for torture, arbitrary detentions, and extrajudicial killings could be trusted as a reliable source. At no point did the embassy conduct an independent investigation. At no point did it demand access to suspected detention centers in Cameroon. At no point did it raise hell to protect an American citizen. Instead, it sat back and watched Augustine be swallowed alive by a system that brutalizes without blinking. And now, after 4 months of unimaginable pain, Augustine Ajua has finally resurfaced, not in safety, not in freedom, but in Kondenge, Cameroon's most notorious prison, a hellhole by every definition. He emerged looking like a ghost of himself, emaciated, deteriorating, going blind, begging for help. Where is the outrage from the embassy now? Where is the action? Now that they can no longer pretend they don't know where he is. Will they, the U.S. embassy, fight for him? Or will they continue to sit on their hands while a U.S. citizen is left to rot in a dungeon? This is not just a failure of protocol, it is a betrayal of the highest order. In past years, U.S. diplomats in Yaoundé posted to Cameroon never allowed this kind of abuse to happen under their watch. They stood firm. They confronted injustice. They made it known that the United States does not abandon its own. But under the current leadership in Yaoundé, the U.S. Embassy has been reduced to a rubber stamp of Cameroonian impunity, a silent observer of human suffering. If American citizens can no longer travel to Cameroon without fear of being kidnapped by Cameroon security forces, then who can? If the U.S. Embassy in Yaoundé cannot locate or advocate for or rescue a detained American, then what is its purpose? If we have diplomats who are too timid to confront dictators, too detached to respond to crisis, and too blind to see abuse when it stirs them in the face, then maybe, just maybe, that embassy should be shut down. We don't need diplomats who smile at press briefings while American citizens scream in chains behind prison walls. We don't need ambassadors who toast with tyrants while mothers cry for their disappeared sons. We need a U.S. embassy in Yaoundé, Cameroon that acts boldly, swiftly, and relentlessly on behalf of its people. Augustine Foka-Adjua is not a case number. He is not an inconvenience. He is an American. And if that means anything at all, then it's time for the embassy in Yaoundé to redeem its soul and bring him home to the USA, to Washington, D.C., that is known to be his official residence. That is my monologue on this subject, ladies and gentlemen. Thank God my guest is back on. If you can bend your camera as you did last time a little bit, wonderful. Okay, skirting your face now a little bit. A little down, skirting your head off. All right, good. All right, so that was my monologue on this subject, ladies and gentlemen. Again, the young man, the guy you find on your screen is called Augustine Foka-Adjua. Augustine Foka-Adjua is a U.S. citizen with residence in the District of Columbia, that is Washington, D.C. Late last year, he took a brief vacation to visit home. He arrived in Cameroon, checked out at the airport without any incident, stayed in the country. Early January, he was about returning to the USA, escaping from what we'd learned was supposed to be a ghost town, a lockdown in the Boya. He decided to go and sleep in Douala so he can get to the airport on time. So he moved to Douala, checked into a hotel. They call it Hotel du Rai in Bonaberi, Douala. He checked into that hotel, and before he knew, the Cameroon security swooped on the hotel, knocked down the door of his room, and handcuffed him, took him to Douala Airport, interrogated him, and after the interrogation, that was the last time that anyone saw him. That was the last time anyone saw him. In fact, we are told that they had a serious, the security forces had a serious interrogation, had a serious confrontation with the hotel staff who refused to let them climb into this guy's hotel room at the Hotel du Rai in Douala, Bonaberi, Douala. So, however, they picked him to Douala Airport, got there, interrogated him, and that was the last time anyone saw him. So it's been, I think, about over 4 months now. The family here in the USA, at least from what we know, contacted the embassy and reported the case. The embassy did not carry out any investigation. It was well known that Augustine Adjua was held up in SED because information was reaching out from SED that he was held and under torture within those premises. That information was passed to the embassy by the family. The embassy did not follow up that information. They did not investigate. All they said was, we have asked the Cameroon government and they don't know where they are, as if you can depend on any word that comes out from the mouth of any Cameroon government official. And so that was it. So suddenly, after torturing him in the SED, Recently, a few days ago, he surfaced in Kondenge. Now he is able to communicate, at least whatever means he's using to communicate, but at least we now know he is in Kondenge and he has actually spoken to my guests. We don't need to hide that. If they have the means to communicate and tell us where they are, that is a good thing. He is in Kondenge. He has spoken with us and we have that information to bring to you. And I hope that people at the American embassy will get this information, and if they didn't know where he is, they now know that he is in Kondenge. And being an American citizen, he deserves their protection. So I am being joined, ladies and gentlemen, by Chairman Elvis Commenter, the SCNC chairman based here in the United States of America, precisely Maryland. Great to see you, sir. Your microphone is not on. Your microphone is, I think, muted. Check your mic. And okay, it's back on now. Awesome.
Comrade Chris,
I can hear you now. So good to have you.
Yeah, I say it's my pleasure to be here today too.
All right. I'm sure you had the time to listen to my monologue, and as I laid out the unfortunate story of this guy, Augustine Fokker. Now, I had a brief conversation with you previously, and I got to understand that you were able to speak with him. Tell us your communication, how he got to where he is now.
Well, Comrade Chris, what got to me sometime in January that Augustine had been abducted by the La République terrorists, and he was at SED. So I insisted, are you sure it's Augustine? And the person who told me, yes, he says it's Augustine. He knows Augustine very well. So he insisted. So I called Comrade Chris Adjoa, his elder brother, and told him, and I advised him, I said, look, call the State Department immediately, call the U.S. Embassy. When he called the U.S. Embassy, the question they asked him was, who told you that he's in SED? Who told you? So he said, that is not important. He is in SED, that is what is important. Go there and find out if he's not there. But they kept on insisting, who told you? How do you know he's in SED? Later on, they said he was not there. Meanwhile, he was there. Augustine is a U.S. citizen, and when you swear to become a U.S. citizen, you say the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and for the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Here now we find this violates what the U.S. Embassy in Cameroon has done, violates the Pledge of Allegiance, because there is no liberty here, there's no justice for all. If Augustine happened to be a Caucasian, he will not be there. The following day, he will not spend one day there. He has not been charged with any crime. Augustine is a security guard. Yes, an armed security guard, which means he carries a gun. So when they saw the pictures, or they saw pictures of him with a gun, they said, oh, he's the one sponsoring terrorism in southern Cameroon, or he came to train the Red Dragons. Meanwhile, he didn't even go to Lebialom, he didn't even step foot there. Now, he was there, he was interrogated. Of course, you know how they torture the people there.
Right.
Yes, you stay without food, you sleep on the floor, you pee on yourself if the person who is there does not allow you to go use the toilet. Yes. Now, after some time, they transferred him to Kondengi. After some 2-3 months, they transferred him to Kondengi. And he's charged with sponsoring terrorism. And he's there for investigation. They said they are going to carry out investigations, and he will be there for 6 months. And this it's renewable as many times as possible. These 6 months is renewable as many times as possible. Now, the U.S. policy. What is the U.S. policy?
Hold on there, Chairman. Let us assume you just said he said the charging for sponsoring terrorism. Let's assume for a moment that yes, he sponsored terrorism. Does Cameroon has jurisdiction to try him? Yes, go on.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
I lost you.
Did you hear the question?
No.
No, my question was, okay, you just mentioned that he said they charged him for terrorism, but my question is, let's assume it is for real that he sponsored terrorism. Does the Cameroon government has jurisdiction to charge him? He's a U.S. citizen.
Well, they said that he committed this terrorism is in Cameroon, and therefore the Cameroon government has jurisdiction over him because this was done in Cameroon. But they did not see him when he gone. They didn't find him with anything. So I don't know why they would say he's supporting terrorism. He brought guns. Meanwhile, they didn't find him with not even a pistol. Yes. So I was about to read to our audience what the U.S. said. What is U.S. policy when a U.S. citizen is kidnapped abroad? When a U.S. citizen is kidnapped abroad, the U.S. government prioritizes their safe and rapid recovery, using all instruments of national power and working closely with families while adhering to a no concessions policy, though this does not preclude communication with the host state. Again, the Department of State is committed to ensuring fair and humane treatment for U.S. citizens detained overseas. Consular officers assist detained citizens and their families within the limits of our authority and in accordance with international, domestic, and foreign policy. The U.S. Department of State provides advice, guidance, and assistance to its embassies and consulates, and through the Office of Overseas Citizen Services, facilitates the exchange of information between U.S. embassies and consulates and victim service providers, immediate assistance in person or on the telephone. They said immediate assistance in person or on the phone. Right now, Augustine is in Kondengi, and the U.S. embassy has said, "Oh, we cannot intervene now for his release because he is in Kondengi. Had we known this when he was out, we would have intervened for his release." So you see, there's a game going on. It's Comrade Chris. The U.S. embassy in Cameroon has to explain to the U.S. government here what is going on, and we cannot let this go like this. If it means all of us going to storm the State Department here, we have to do that, because what has happened to our brother Augustine Adjoa is gross mismanagement, is gross disrespect of his rights, human rights, and the U.S. embassy. I'm not afraid to say this. The U.S. embassy in Cameroon is part of this. And they have to be held accountable.
Yeah, as you heard me state in my monologue there, this is the first time we are seeing things like this happen in Cameroon. Previous U.S. ambassadors in Cameroon, this would not happen under their watch. Remember Henry Ballerin, he was there before the current guy. I mean, this current guy actually took over from him. Christopher Lamola took over from Henry Ballerin, and this would not happen under the watch of Ballerin. We wrote to them from the we sent a statement to the embassy from the interim government. They responded, and all they responded was, if you are a U.S. citizen and you are, let me second locate what they sent to us here from the embassy in Yaoundé. Thank you for contacting the American Citizen Service. These are generic messages just forwarded back to, it's not like they took time to respond to our inquiry, but it says if you are a permanent resident, of the U.S., but believe that you have lost, this is not the point. Okay, if you are reporting concerns about the welfare or whereabouts of any U.S. citizen in Cameroon, please try to provide us much information as possible, including the citizen's passport number, if known, full name, date of birth, last known location, and any additional context for your concern. That may assist us in locating and contacting the individual. Similarly, if you are reporting the arrest or death of a U.S. citizen or other emergency information, please try to provide us as much information as possible. This is the information that was provided the embassy. The brothers, the families, the call, they knew exactly, as you have stated, where he was. He was in SET. The embassy did not investigate. Rather, they were relying on the word of Cameroon, knowing so well they were not. So I kind of read this as compromising with the regime in Yaoundé. I don't know what your take is there.
Of course, yes, that's what it is, because they know the human rights conditions in Cameroon. They know what is going on, and instead of them going to SET to find out if Augustine is there, they just said, "Oh, who told you? How do you know? Well, he's not there. He's not there." So they did not do any investigation to find out where he is. Now they know where he is. He has been in Konongi for today makes it 5 days that he has been there. They know he is there. So let us see what they are going to do. Let us see what they are going to do before the end of the week, because Augustine is not supposed to be in Konongi. He has not committed any crime. They didn't find any pistol, nothing. So the fact that they saw him passing through the New York when we had a demonstration, then they said, because he had a blue jacket on and a white gown, so they said blue and white, those are Ambazonian colors, therefore he is one of the Ambazonian terrorists. So that's their conclusion. So you see, not based on what evidence is there. What evidence? When you said he's a terrorist, he supplies materials to the Red Dragons with no evidence. They just and he was not only interviewed by they said the Ministry of Defense. They sent him to to 3 or 4 different places where he was interviewed before finally they concluded that you sent him to Konongi. So the U.S. Embassy has failed the right of a U.S. citizen. Yes, it has failed. And whoever is the ambassador there, he has failed, and he should be recalled.
Now, you mentioned how they asked him when they picked him up, they asked him, do you know Comintern? Do you know, recall that story, the people they asked him.
Yes, they were asking questions whether he knows me. Of course, they pointed at the demonstration. Yes, they saw me at the demonstration, and then of course they asked whether he knows you, whether he knows who is this, whether he knows Akwanga, whether he knows Ayaba. Yes, he was asking those. Yes, they were asking him all those questions. So he says, yes, I know them. Yes, I know them, but I don't belong to an IG. I don't belong to any movement. That's what he told them.
Yeah.
Yes. But because they saw him passing at the demonstration, that's how they just concluded that he was part of the demonstration. And then due to his attire, not even his attire, but the colors of his attire.
Right.
Yes. So you're not supposed to wear anything blue or white again. Wear anything blue or white, you are those are Ambazonian colors. Then they said it's a uniform. Yes. So what they did is wrong. From the first to the 31st, it's wrong. And the U.S. Embassy, as I said, has failed to protect a U.S. citizen. And we don't have to take this lying down. We have to stand up because this is, if this is happening now, many others, I mean, it has happened to others, but they used to send them back. Yes, they used like Tabenyang, who was sent back. Late Pazama, may he so rest in peace, he was sent back because these were U.S. citizens. So I'm surprised this one, he entered, finished, and was about to come back. What's that?
Tabenyang had the same encounter?
Tabenyang was the first person who was deported from Cameroon. He was the very first. Yes.
Yeah.
He was deported when he went to Douala. Yes, he was sent back. Yes, he was the very first person before many others.
What did Augustine tell you is his health situation? Because we know he's an acute diabetic patient. What did he say is his health situation there?
Yeah, when he was held, when he was abducted, they seized everything, his phone, his medication, everything. So right now, when they saw that his situation was really bad, that's when they brought the medication. And then they were giving it to him they were just giving him one pill a day. He was just one a day. They would send one pill a day to him. So that, because I mean, to him, he thought if they send all, he might drink all of it and commit suicide or what, I don't know. But that's what they did. But for you to arrest somebody and then seize his medication, when you know he's diabetic, yes, he's hypertensive, this is like, you, of course, you want him to die. You want him to die.
Right. So, what did you say about the experience in Set?
Well, he said when he was there, the first days, they never gave him any food. Yes, they didn't feed him. Later, they allowed him to be buying food. And of course, there's no toilet in the room where he was. He slept on the floor. And then, luckily, there was a newspaper in the room, so he could use it when he wanted to go to the toilet. Yes, when he wanted to go to the toilet, that's what he used. Yes, that's what he used. And then, when there was this, when somebody on guard who was kind, he would let him go to the toilet, and then he would take him and go and deposit in the toilet. And at times, they just let him there. He would pee on himself because when it was somebody who was very wicked, yes, they would not allow him to go use the toilet.
Now, and you were made to understand that among those his torturers, instead, even Ambazonian citizens were part of them.
No, I did not. We have not. Yes, I'm not aware of that. We did not. Yes, talked about that. We didn't talk about that. You know, when you are there, they lock you in your own room. They don't put you many people in. So I don't. Yes, I don't know whether there are others there. I don't know.
Yeah, and no, I mean among the interrogators, those who came to interrogate him.
Oh yes, sure. Oh yes, there were many Southern Cameroonians. There were many Southern Cameroonians. He talked of a Colonel Mbu. I don't know who that is. I don't know the person. And there are others. Yes, there are many others. Yes. Even then, when they came, when they came, they will look at him and pass. So they don't even talk to him. Yes, they will come and interrogate others. Then the Southern Cameroonians, none of them will talk to him. Yes.
Yeah. Interesting. Did he tell you how long he has been now in Kondenge? Because we only knew a few days ago he was moved there. How long did he say he has been there now?
He has been there now for about 5 or 6 days. Yes, he has been there for 5 or 6 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know, in Kondenge, you sleep on the floor because there's no, you have to buy space, then buy a mattress to sleep on. Yes. So, and then of course you feed yourself. But his law, when he arrived there, all the Southern Cameroonians, prisoners of conscience who are there, they are giving him support.
So in Kondenge, you buy space, and then you buy a mattress to put on the space to sleep there.
Yes. Yeah. That's what it is there. That's what happens there. Yes.
Interesting. Quite interesting. Let's move to something else before we open the phone lines. We've had this debate here a few weeks ago about, all that is happening in La République du Cameroun now is elections. And we see them trying to carry out registration exercises all over the place. We see I was reading a story today where in Victoria, Nalova, Lionga, and others, they were endorsing Paul Biya for next president of Cameroon. But the question is, I mean, we have also seen Ambazonians standing or putting out their candidatures for president, to be president of La République du Cameroon. Should any Southern Cameroonian be standing for any elections in La République du Cameroon, in your opinion?
Comrade Chris, I just think it's a waste of the people's time, and any Southern Cameroonian, Ambazonian who is running for the post of president in La République du Cameroon, he's a dreamer, and yes, let him keep on dreaming. We know some dreams do come true, but this dream will never come true. Frundi won the elections in 1992. Did he become president? No. Even Kamto is alleged he won the elections. Did he become president? No. In that country, elections don't decide anything. First of all, those who cast the votes don't decide anything. Those who count the votes, those are the ones who decide everything. That country has had many sham elections. There's never been any free and fair elections in that country, and there will never be one except the present regime. All of them, yes, they fade away or they die out. Yes. What is going on in that country? Cameroon, the Republic of Cameroon the French Republic of Cameroon seems to be an island. Yes, because with all the human rights violations, with everything that is going on, you look at people. The president is in his 90s. The Speaker of the House, he cannot talk. The President of the Senate, all of them. So, and then you find younger people like our own father there, Philomen Young, who says, "Oh, Paul Biya is a very intelligent man." I felt so disappointed.
Who is that?
And because this is not the first time, he's at the UN there, because so his stomach is protected. So all those Southern Cameroonians and Ambazonians who are saying they are going for elections, yes, they know they can't win. Some of them cannot even win in their own village. Then how will they win in the country? Then before winning in La République. You remember, Honorable Nietzsche was here a few months ago, and we had a meeting with him. He asked us to, yes, we said, well, we came to see you because it's our African tradition that we respect our elders. So we came. We said, why have you come? He said, we came to see. I came because we have a common enemy. So we are asking you to join us. Let us send away this enemy. So we told him, no, we don't have a common enemy. He is not our president. Yes, let them team up and let them do what they do, what they can do to send him away, or that is their business. Because he is not our president, we don't recognize him. We don't care about him. Now you are asking us that we should ask our people to register and vote for an election that we don't want. Yes, we have said we are not going in for any elections. So he said, oh no, we should try. We told him, no, we are not doing anything. We are not going to say that to our people. Go back, because he's now working with Kamto. We said, go back to Kamto. Tell Kamto he should come here. We want to see him. Let him come here. We talk to him. Because this is somebody who openly refused to receive Southern Cameroonians and Ambazonians here and in Canada.
Right.
So let him come, because the Honorable Nietzsche claimed that his position has changed. So let him come, and let him come, and we talk with him face to face. Yes, because these people, you can never trust them. Yes, you can never trust them. Look at, how Eritrea got her independence. Those who toppled the government in Ethiopia, they say, join us. Hey, if we succeed, we'll give you your independence. If these people were people you could trust, we say, okay, let's sign a pact. But no, we cannot trust any Francophone. We cannot trust anybody from La République du Cameroon. They have shown us they don't respect any agreement. They don't respect any treaty, nothing. So there's no way for Honorable Nietzsche. I don't know him personally. I met him once. I don't know him personally. But as you know, when it's bad in Wakele, they say Anglo, say Anglo, say Anglo. So that has taught us a lesson. we are the common enemy. Yes, we are common enemy. And when it comes to Southern Cameroonians and Ambazonians, all La République, they team up against Southern Cameroons. So,
Yeah, you know,
to
talking
those who
about
think, who are dreaming that they will become, that they will be president in Southern Cameroons, it will never happen. No Southern Cameroonian will not be president in that country. Never.
of course, never, ever. And talking about those campaigns to get us to fight on the side of Francophones, I have received some of those calls from some of the bars leaders who say to me, you know, this is our country and we are brothers. It is time we join hands and we fight together. After we take out this regime, we can then sit down and talk and have genuine dialogue and decide on the fate of our country. And I said to them, listen, we are not in the same cause here. We want you to fight for your country. We really do want you to fight for your country. So we would prefer you to fight for your country. We are fighting for independence. And if we are joining you to fight for your country, it means we don't know what we are fighting for. We are digressing. But by the way, I said, we've been fighting and our people have been killed for almost 9 years now. You so-called brothers never raised your voices to support us, to back us. Why do you think that we should come and back you? We just fight as brothers and then sit down after and talk now? That will never happen.
Yeah, there is no way we can join these people. There's no way we can go back to these people. We know of over the years, things have not been the way we expected, yes. But the message is out there. We have made it is crystal clear. There is no way we can be with La République again. No, there's no way. So we have to tell our people, we are not telling them, they already know they don't want to be with La République. Yes, let the UN call for a referendum today. You will see that 98% of the population will say no, we want an independent Ambazonia. So there is no point in wasting time talking about elections, because as I've said, elections don't decide anything in that country. Yes, there have never been any free and fair elections in that country. It's not today that this will happen. No.
Let's talk about something else which you are all aware. You have been hearing about this Southern Cameroon's caucuses. The idea of Federalists and Independentists coming together. I understand they are having some meetings in Africa in the coming week. What do you make of people you thought know what they are fighting for, then aligning with Federalists? Is like the same thing like if you can align with Federalists to fight for federal Cameroon, why are you not joining Camto or Nincho or the bars to fight for Cameroon? Does it make sense? Chairman, your thoughts there?
Comrade Chris, there's a war that has been going on for over 8 years now. And this war, there are two parties to this war: Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia, and the La République du Cameroon. So any Southern Cameroonian, Ambazonian who says he's a federalist, let him go and join La République du Cameroon and work with them. Because no matter what happens, every war ends at the table. Someday we will sit at the table for negotiations. These people, they cannot, yes, they will not sit on our side. They will be on the side with La République. So let them wait for that. All what they are doing is grandstanding. Yes, I even see some brothers here with whom we have been all together all this while, and they are saying, oh no, let's listen to Federalists. Nobody said we shouldn't listen to Federalists. We have listened to them all this time. We have listened to them. Yes. They have their opinion. No, they are free to have their opinion. They are free to join La République, or they are free to be Federalists. But nobody is forcing nobody will force us to go and sit with Federalists. let Federalists join La République and the Southern Cameroonians, Ambazonians, they're on one side, Federalists and La République, they're on the other side.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think that is what every genuine independentist look for, and we're hoping that that is what will happen eventually at the end of the day. Now, something I have been hearing, I don't know whether you have heard that. I am hearing that some Anglophone conference is being planned for Boya that will look like the AAC1 or AAC2 of 93 and 94. And the idea is Cameroon is putting them together to come up with a position. When they come up with a position, Cameroon will now call for dialogue and table that position, and that position will be a federal Cameroon. We don't know of how many states, but that is what they are gathering Anglophones, of course, in their terminology, in Boya. That is what is cooking in the background, as I have learned. So they are gathering Anglophones in Boya in the order of AAC1 and AAC2, 1993 and 1994. Ambazonians will come up with resolutions from that conference. They want a federal Cameroon. Cameroon will then the resolution will then be submitted to Yaoundé. Yaoundé will use it to call for another grand national dialogue. Have you heard about that?
No, I've not yet heard about that. I've not heard about that, but it's not strange. It's not strange because those Southern Cameroonians, Ambazonians who are there for their stomachs, they will do everything. Yes, they will do everything to continue eating. Yes, that's what they want. So it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me when you talk about people like Nalova. Yes, she was my teacher in Guakele in those days. So I'm sure, yes. And it's a disgrace, all of them. Nalova, Philomene Yang, is not about the people, no, it's about their stomachs, yes, and that's what they want. So all what they're doing, the so-called Grand National Dialogue never worked. So whatever they do, it's a failure as long as we all team up and work together to make sure that we speak with one voice and let the international community know that we are serious about what we are saying. And of course, those traitors, those who they are free to do what they have to do, but they should know they don't have a future in Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia.
All right. Let's do this, Chairman. If you still have some time, I will take a brief break.
I sent you a text right now.
And when I come back, I will open the phone lines and let's hear from our listeners. So please stay put, do not touch your remote. I am going to be right back.
Thrive America, the flagship model, offers personalized coaching and assistance to newly arrived individuals into the country through a concierge service and one-stop resource on your phone. The app supports essential areas of integration, such as job search strategies, benefits applications, financial literacy, credit repair, legal guidance, and more. The platform aims to become the go-to resource as you navigate the complexities of settling into a new country. Thrive America, the flagship model, offers personalized coaching and assistance to newly arrived individuals into the country through a concierge service and one-stop resource on your phone. The app supports essential areas of integration, such as job search strategies, benefits applications, financial literacy, credit repair, legal guidance, and more. The platform aims to become the go-to resource as you navigate the complexities of settling into a new country. Thrive America, the flagship model, offers personalized coaching and assistance to newly arrived individuals into the country through a concierge service and one-stop resource on your phone. The app supports essential areas of integration, such as job search strategies, benefits applications, financial literacy, credit repair, legal guidance, and more. The platform aims to become the go-to resource as you navigate the complexities of settling into a new country.
All right. I will now go on to open the phone lines and get to hear from you. If you are on ground zero in the diaspora, go ahead and call. Let us hear what is on your mind. Remember, when you call, turn down the volume of your television set and focus on your phone. Focus on your phone when you call. And I'd like to hear, especially from those of you on the ground zero, let me know what is on your mind concerning the political activism that is going on in La République du Cameroon geared towards their upcoming elections. So please go ahead and call. I'd like to hear from you. Please, let's get the phone number on the screen, please. All right. Okay. So again, the phone line is open. Go ahead and call. I am waiting for your call. My guest will not be back, but you can go ahead and call. You can ask questions regarding Augustine Foucault, who was the subject of this broadcast today, or any other subject as far as the Ambazonian struggle is concerned. So the phone number is there, wide open. And while I am waiting for your phone calls, I'd like you to know that a very, very important announcement will be coming up here on ABS next week. A very important announcement coming up on ABS next week, Friday to be precise. So I want to believe that you will all tune in on Friday to listen to what that announcement is going to be. That will be Friday next week, not this coming Friday, but the other Friday. I am waiting for your phone calls. In the absence of any phone calls, I will just call it a night. I hope you understand. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I realize there is no phone call, no messages coming in. If that be the case, I will call it a night. I didn't have much to discuss today, but for this arrest and detention in Yaoundé. So, well, I got a phone call coming in here. Let's see. Hello.
Yeah, Comrade Chris. Greetings from the Netherlands.
Greetings, sir. Good to hear your voice. This is Maître Nikamp.
All right. To see Comrade also there throwing light on the situation with our brother who is now taken to Kondengi. And it's so sad, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have reached a level where we should understand that if we are staying back, like, hanging on the fence, not active in this situation, like debating our country, it's going to catch you in one way or the other. We have people around us who claim to be neutral, they are not involved. And when the time comes, they are not singled out. Look at Mr. Augustine, as I give his name, whether he was involved or not, but it's now a language in calling it so. But if we have contributed in liberating our home by now, I think we would have been free. It will not even land in Douala or Yaoundé. It will land in Manfred, it will land in Chico, or in Bamenda. That's our aim.
Right.
Being neutral is not helpful. That's
Right.
why we are calling on everybody, Southern Cameroonian and Ambazonian, be on board, contribute and let's liberate our home so we can travel in and out freely and be protected. Now we are begging on the Trump or begging on the US to even intervene and the regime can treat this guy the way he wants to treat. But before America might act, maybe he's dead or something happens in around it.
Right.
So this is an appeal that we should throw to our people, those who are sitting on the fence, saying that will not think, that will not think. If you are lucky to go down there and you are not arrested, you are just being lucky.
Exactly.
So long as you are an Ambazonian, they know that Southern Cameroon, they know that you are an Ambazonian. You must be supporting the war. And then coming to the issue of whether Southern Cameroonian origins are participating in the election, no, it's not a matter of whether sentimental. It's a matter of legitimacy and legality here. It's not about a guesswork.
Yeah.
A Southern Cameroonian has no rights. I mean, this is a matter of legality. Has no right. Okay, when the longer states were and claiming vote for the do they have any treaty? Do these two countries have any union treaty to say that we are now one? They don't exist any union treaty. A clear sample is what happened in '92. Truly won clean and clear elections, clean and brought the line. It was just denied. So when you see platforms in Republic Cameroon bringing our people, Southern Cameroonian origin, going to President from Joshua Osei to Akere Muna to whoever runs a political party, you don't even have the right to organize or register any political party under Republic Cameroon's legal system or their system. You are an Ambazonian, you are a Southern Cameroonian. You have no right. Even if you might win the election, the Republic Cameroon can sue you in court that you are a foreigner. And if the laws are correct, you win.
They can sue you and say you are Biafran.
They call you Biafran right inside the National Assembly right now that Detention, the Biafra. What happened in Bolova a couple of 6 to 8 weeks ago? They were destroying our people's home, destroying their club, kill some. They even told them Detention, the Biafra, Detention. They're calling us that way right now, and they're talking about organizing an all-Anglophone so-called conference. Yeah, you organize the Anglophone, let the Anglophone, or as they describe us, organize we are organizing to clean our home, not organizing to sign. Are we going to organize any conference and then sign a treaty now that, okay, we have not have created a union with the Republic Cameroon? Even though clamoring for federalism, for unionists, confederationists, these are all people playing to the gallery. They are protecting their investment in the Republic Cameroon.
Right.
These are people who have ignored our homeland, invested all their lives in the Republic. They are wondering what will happen to their investment. Should Southern Cameroon and Ambazonian get liberated from the Republic Cameroon? Where would they go? That's why they are in panic right now. And they continue playing with this idea of federalism. You want to federate with somebody who doesn't even recognize my existence. I don't know what is wrong with our people, my comrade.
Well,
it's so sad.
It is. But we also should realize that those hanging behind the Republic of Cameroon and talking about elections, they are in the minority, a very tiny minority. The overwhelming, that is why.
The minority, but they are giving platforms.
Well, that's true.
The various platforms from Equinox to my media prime to all sorts of. I've spoken with them. I've asked them this question. Tell me, on which basis has a Southern Cameroonian rights to contest to the presidency of the Republic of Cameroon, taking that there is no treaty of union between these two countries? I'm glad one journalist told me from that place, there are some policies that the SCNC we have practiced and they maintain something. I said, why can't you bring some of these leaders of the Southern Cameroon but then on their platform and they interview them?
Mm-hmm.
You go around for low-hanging fruit individuals,
right,
bring them up and down here and claim that they are Southern Cameroonian. Bring the real leaders, bring them on their platform, talk with them, interview them.
Right.
You cannot.
No, they will not.
Claim that every day you come and say Ambazonian, Ambazonian Cameroonian, we are one country, one way. And you are a journalist. You are just playing to the gallery because maybe you are being tipped from your own day with some small chicken chain, and you go on air around every day. They are claiming you Mr. This, Mr. That.
Yeah.
So it's so sad. It's in our people. And what's the is that our people of the legal field, like I saw my brother, my able friend, my brother Barrister Gomo, I mean, so passionately preaching about elections.
Yeah, with well, I think you will be prime minister for Joshua Osi when they win, I guess.
Okay, when you win, when you win, when the government is going to sign a union treaty with Southern Cameroon before they give you accession to power or what? There doesn't exist a union treaty. My friend Mr. Dr. Matanga David is here with me here in The Hague. He has signed it there, yeah. He has proven to The Hague that there doesn't exist any union treaty between Cameroon and Southern Cameroon. And they were even shocked at the ICC here.
Mm-hmm.
I am with Mr. Dr. Matanga David here.
Mm-hmm.
We should even support him because he's fighting a big war. But Southern Cameroon should really rally and support that Dr. Matanga.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you,
very much.
Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I guess in the absence of any other caller, I'm going to call it a night. All right, I will be back here on Friday, I believe, Friday. So you guys have a great time out there. Until then, thanks for tuning in.